Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is another tasting video. So I don't know if you remember or not. If you don't, I will post a link up in the corner to the video I did on making this beer. I tasted this beer when it was done, and it was like one of the best beers I've ever made. It was amazing. By the way, it's in the title, right? But it's a chocolate cherry oaked stout. Anyway, it was really amazing. And then I gave a bottle to a friend of mine at work, and he tried it, and he was like, it's okay, but it was flat and kind of watery. And I was like, what? How could that be possible? It was the most amazing beer I've ever had. So I did a tasting a month ago, and I posted a video. And probably you don't want to watch it, but what the heck. If it'll let me, I will put a link to that up in the corner as well. So this is month 2. So this is 2 months of aging. And I'm hoping that the issue was... So by the way, if you watch that last tasting video after a month, I also, the second bottle I tried was also flat and didn't have a lot of flavor, and it was super, super disappointing. So I think what happened is some of the caps didn't cap. I mean, this one seems like it's on there pretty good. So I guess we'll first find out if there's any carbonation, because the last one I opened for the tasting was, as we say, pitillant, meaning it was barely effervescent. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can... I'll get it near the mic and see what we hear. Ready? Here we go. Oh, I know, right? So this one's carbonated, obviously. I mean, I can already smell. Look at that. This one's so carbonated it wants to jump out of the bottle. Here, I gotta have to let this one sit. Holy cow! Whoa, 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 whoa. How is it possible? I've never had this happen, by the way. How's that possible? The first beer I tried was great and perfectly carbonated. The second one was flat and not very good. And now this one is over-carbonated. Dang it. And I just took this out of the fridge, so it's... Whoa! Oh boy, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. It is wanting to explode and geyser out of here, guys. I'm really trying hard to hold down what's in the bottle so that I can try this beer. You know what I'm probably going to do is pause the video, wait for the head on this to go down, and see if I can pour the rest of this. I'm afraid if I get up and pause the video, this bottle is going to go everywhere, because it's really trying to get out. Well, how about this? Oh, I can't even move it. Wow, it's really putting pressure up against my hand. I really have never had this happen, really. This is bizarre. I was going to say, let me try what's in here. I mean, there's still quite a bit of head in it. Obviously, it's insanely carbonated. I mean, it smells good. It's back to what I was smelling the first time, which was a lot of cherry and whatnot. Yeah, that's fantastic. I don't know. That's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna. Ooh, you know what? This thing is going to geyser. So I'm gonna go pause the video and see if I can't deal with this. Oh boy. Dang it. That's a bummer. Well, that was fun. I just washed these placemats too, dang it. So, I mean, I poured it into another glass because holy cow, I mean, the thing was just it wasn't a full-on geyser, but it was like not going to be stopped from coming out of the bottle. So now you know what it looks like when you overcarbonate in your beer geysers. Yeah, interesting. Because I didn't really put more priming sugar than I would have, It's interesting that, the first bottle was perfect. The second one was watery and weak, and this one is clearly way overcarbonated. So that tells me a couple things. Number one is, it could be the capping, but now I think that the priming sugar just didn't mix evenly throughout the beer. And so some of the beers got overcarbonated, some of them were undercarbonated. On the beer that I made after this, I made a wheat wine. By the way, go check my channel. I posted a video for that if you want to see it. That one I was very careful to very slowly mix, all of the priming sugar gently so it was nice and combined. And I think that one is more evenly distributed. Normally I don't bottle. I usually keg stuff because this is the sort of, horse manure that I don't want to deal with bottling. Because it's always a guessing game. You do your best to kind of calculate, but you never know. Interesting is, so when that geysered, there's a lot of, looks like yeast and stuff that the stuff that would have been in the bottom of the bottle that you don't usually want to drink. It's all over. Well, I'll drink that one after it settles for a minute and that'll be fine. It's not like it's going to hurt me. So back to the tasting. This is back to that first one where, again, it's really interesting. You can really smell the maltiness and the cherry on the nose, right? When you smell it, it almost has a nutty smell to it, like a cherry and sort of. But there's no nuts in it except for the grain. I think it's the grain that's doing that. There was quite a bit of cherries in this. If I remember, there's lactose, chocolate. So I used cacao for the chocolate, and I put some whiskey that was soaked in oak chips. So a lot of stuff going on this one. Yeah, that's good. You can definitely taste the cherries, but it's not like a sweet cherry. I think I mentioned this before. I don't want to say it's like a sour cherry either. It's sort of a mellow, smooth. It's there, but it's not like. I think if you didn't know if I didn't tell you, hey, I made this with cherries, I'm not sure you would be able to know. I think you'd know something was there, but you wouldn't necessarily realize, oh, it's got cherries. So anyway, always interesting when you unbottle a beer and don't know for sure how much carbonation is going to be in it. So, I'm actually happy that this one actually tastes good and is well carbonated at least, So, stick around, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. I put out a video every week. I say this at the end of every video, but if you're new to the channel, I put out a video every week. It's usually either a tasting or a full brew day video of a beer, or it might be like a tip or trick or something about brewing that I put out. So every Monday I put a video out in the morning. So if you subscribe, you'll get notified when I put the next video out. If you do a thumbs up and hit the like button, it just helps my channel get seen. The YouTube algorithms, it can be hard to find certain YouTube channels unless people start liking your videos and sort of get it into the right categories and get it seen. So at any rate, I will keep on keeping on like I always do. I've got another video coming up in the works for next week. I got another 2 beers fermenting, so that'll be something to look for coming up when I post those videos. So have a good evening and keep on brewing. See you later.